Today we are going to see the SQL and database. So, we'll try to understand why data is important. As you know, today data has become the hottest topic in the technology, and companies' biggest asset is their data. All database require the language SQL to store and retrieve. So we'll see that one SQL. What is SQL? SQL is we are going to learn the SQL also. So first we should know what is SQL. SQL is a structured query language. We can use this language to interact with the database. We can retrieve the data, we can manage the data, we can update, and we can perform various operations using the SQL. Next slide. In this one we can see that what is the salary for the junior level SQL developer. In USA it's up to 70 to 90k per year. This is for the beginner, intermediate learner, and like a student and professionals, people who wants to start the job in software, making software, or the people who want to be really good at SQL and get well paying job as an Oracle developer or SQL developer. Now we'll move to the another part, that what is database. We use SQL to interact with the database. So first we should know that what is exactly the database. Database is a collection of related data that is structured in tables, with each table consists of rows, we can call record also, and columns or attribute, and it is organized collection of information. And we see the data. So this is the database. This is the collection of related data, like it's a data for cars. So we have rows and columns. So we have like 4 rows, 4 columns: ID, name, and price. Like we can say this is ID, name. ID is one column, name is another column, here is another column, and price is another column. So there are 7 rows, 1 2 3 4. So first row ID is 1, name is Toyota Camry, and year 2018, and price 2000. So that is one record. So data is a collection of related data that is structured in table. So this is structured in table, car data. So we should have another table also. We have multiple tables. We can use multiple tables, multiple different tables with the relation between the tables also. We'll go through in the next session about how to give the relation between the tables. So this is structured into tables, with each table consists of rows, or we can call it one record, first record, second record, and columns also. So ID, name, year, and price. Let's dive into the setting up our environment. We need SQL developer and database. So we are going to download SQL developer and Oracle database. So we are using the Express edition for Oracle database. So that is free, and we'll download it from the internet. Now let's go to the browser of your choice. You can use Chrome or Edge, anything you can use. So we'll download Oracle database first. So here we are using Oracle 11G, older version, previous version. So you click here the first link. So I typed here Oracle 11G Express edition. So you have to type that one, and you get the previous releases. So here you see here you can see Oracle database 11G Express edition for Windows. Click here download. It will ask you to check it. Click download, and you have to create a user ID in Oracle, user ID and a password. If you have, you can enter your user ID and password, otherwise you have to create a new account. Okay, it's a free account. So already I have a database downloaded on my system. So we'll go one more thing I want to say, that when you download and when you try to install, it will install while installing it will ask you the username or Oracle database username and the password. So that time you have to provide username as a system, SYSTEM. You have to provide the system, and and the password, whatever the password you want to give, you have to give, and you have to remember that password. So then it will download, it will install on your system. Later on you can use the same user as a system and your password when we are connecting to the database. That time we need that one. So that is the important point you have to remember. Now you can download the SQL developer also. SQL developer download. This is all the same, you get the same Oracle's website. From there you can download. So you can install for VS Code also, but if you are using Windows 64-bit, so you can download this one with the JDK 11 included. So you don't need to download JDK separately. So you can download this one. Okay, when you click, it will ask the same thing, the same user ID and the same account you can use, same Oracle account. So you download this one by providing the username and the password. Like you can, if you don't have, you can create the one, and you can download the SQL developer. Here you can see I have downloaded this Oracle XE 11.2 Windows for Windows 64 and SQL developer. So you can extract this one using the extract all. So when you click extract, you get this folder, and similarly you have to extract SQL developer also. Extract all. When you click extract, you will get this folder, and when you click this folder, click disk and click setup. So when you set up it will ask you, you click next, and then it will ask you the password and username. Password, username you have to provide system, that is a super user or admin user in Oracle database. System, SYSTEM system, and password, whatever the password you want. So once you give the password and the username, it will try to install, and it will install on your system without any error. And then you have to go to SQL developer, open that folder, and you don't need to do anything. You don't have to install anything, just you click this one, SQL developer. So this is SQL developer window. So here it will say that Oracle SQL developer. So here is the, I have already connections. So when you are install new SQL developer, so you don't find anything like this. So I have all these connections. So you can create one connection also, like green button. Here it will open the window. You can give any name, my connection or my con, whatever the name you can give. It should be like readable. Username, here you have to give the same name when you were installing the Oracle database. At that time it asked you to enter the username and the password. So that time you entered a system database, as I told you before, that you have to insert, you have to give the system as a username and the password, whatever the password you have given. So here system, this is a system user, and the password that you have provided. So you have to give the same password here. So you see here authentication type default, you keep default, everything you keep default. Just you have to enter username and the password, and this is the host name. This is the local host name. You can give any host name. If suppose you install the database on your local system, that's why we are giving a local host, or we can give IP address of the local host also, 127 point something like that, 127.0.0.1 or 127.1.1 something like that. So you have to provide the local host is easy, and this is the default port for Oracle, and SID is XE. So you can create your own like SID also, but here it's a default XE. So suppose if you have database on cloud, AWS or somewhere else, Oracle database, so you have to provide that whole link for that host name of cloud. So you have to provide that one. So before saving or connect, I want to test whether the username and the password is correct. So you see here the status success, and if you want to save the password, you can save the password, save password, click save. Okay, it is saying that the connection is already with that name, so we can change the name. This is just a name, so we are going to save. So you will see here that connection, my connection one, and try to connect it. Okay, it is asking me to create a change the password. The password will, it is saying that the password will expire within 7 days, so need to change the password. Just it's giving the warning. So here you can see that one, select star from. So this is the SQL query, select star from. There is a table, EMP table. We'll go through in the next session how to create tables, users and other things. So just we'll see that one how. So this is the database. This is the result we can see from the EMP table. That is EMP name, job, manager, date, hire date, salary and commission and department number. So from SQL developer we can query, or we can retrieve data, or insert data, or update data. So using the SQL developer is a tool that connects to the Oracle database, and we can query any queries. Query means this is the select star from EMP, that is called query. So we can here select statement is to retrieve data from the table. So we are selecting data, whatever that records are there in the table, we are selecting. Now we are going back to our slides. So we'll see what we are going to learn. So in this course we are going to, there are 8 modules. First is introduction to database and SQL, that we already gone through, that what is SQL, what is database, basic understanding of a database, and we already set up the SQL environment also. We installed SQL Developer, Oracle database. In the second module we'll see the basic SQL commands like select statements, retrieve data, how to retrieve data from single table and multiple tables using aliases for columns, and order by clause, and what is having clause, count, sum, all these things we are going to in the module 2. So we are going to learn all these things. In the third module we have advanced queries like joins, inner joins, left join, right join, and outer join and full join, and understanding the relationship between the table. So we also go through how to create tables and how to create tables view. We are going to learn that thing also. So in the fourth module we are going to learn data modification and transaction management. We'll see how to insert, update and delete from the data, and adding, modifying and deleting data from the table, and asset properties and transaction management. We use commit and rollback statement, when to use commit, when to use rollback, how to use, and what is the use of commit and rollback. In module we will see the constraint and indexing, what are the advantage of using the indexing, importance of indexing and constraint, what are the constraint we can use in our database, in data tables, and we will create indexing and managing indexes on tables. So after module 5 is we'll go for module 6 quickly, like view. What is view? Store procedure and functions. Store procedure and function required PLSQL. So we'll go through the PLSQL also, what is PLSQL and basics of PLSQL, what type of databases, what type of what data type we use, all those kind of thing. We'll go through that when creating SQL procedures, store procedure and functions. Sixth module, like I have to change that one. Triggers, what are the triggers, and date and other functions, and date formatting. So why we use trigger, how to create triggers, definition of triggers and usage of triggers. In the seventh module we create and manage user accounts, and once we create the user, we grant the privileges and revoke the privileges for user, and queries and best practices for preventing SQL injection attacks. And in the last module, 8th module, we'll build a simple project or sample project, you can say, using SQL techniques and SQL skills. We'll use a web application. Either we can use Spring Boot or PHP, or we can use both. So I will start with the PHP. PHP is a simple like programming language. Instead of going to Spring Boot is also, like, if you know the Java, you can understand easily. So we can use both, and we'll see that what is CURD operation. CURD means like create, how to create a table or something like that, how to create or how to update, how to retrieve and how to delete. So in the create, we can create data table, or we can insert into table also, or we can create a record in the table. So that is the CURD operation, which we can go through in the building web application. So we'll try to create a username. So we are going to jump right away to the module 7, because just now I showed you on the SQL developer that we can connect to database. We created a connection, my_conn connection, that connection. So in that one we use system user. So the system user is a like admin user. So it has already tables inside that user. So we want to create a one user that we create everything from the beginning. So we need to create a user account. So let's get started. How to create a user account, username in the Oracle or SQL. In the Oracle, we are using the Oracle database. So we'll see that how to create a username in the Oracle. So here you see that one, we are connected to the system user. If you go here, click the properties, you can see the system user, that is the super user or the admin user for Oracle. So we are going to create a new user. Since this user is a super user, we are using this connection. We are connected to this system user. and we will go and create a user, our own user, custom user. So why we create a user? Suppose we have multiple teams are working on a project. So one team is a development team. So for that one we need like a database that we can use for only developers or development, and another we can create for quality assurance people, the same data. And the third data we can create for the production data is the real data. So for all the user, I mean we should give the different privileges. Suppose one user, he needs only privileges to see the data only. They can retrieve the data, not insert the data. Another user, he needs like he need to insert into database, or he can see the data, or he can update the data. Another user, he can do all three things, plus he can delete the data also. So we need different user. So we can create the user using this super user, system user. So let's we will create, I mean we are going to create a user, our own user. So we'll see that one, this is the super user, like system user. So we'll see that what are the tables are there in the system table. So we use this command as select star from tab. Suppose if you want to see the tables in your user, this is a system user, so just give this command, select star from tab. Tab means tables. So it will show all the tables in that user. So you can see here EMP, these are the tables. So if you see the dollar sign, that is the system table, and these are the custom table. I mean we created this table. So departments, DPT, departments, short form of department, EMP, EMPL, employees, employee hold, EMP audit. So these are the tables name. These are the tables. So now when we are going to create a username, we have to create everything from the scratch. I mean we can create a new tables, but it has a system tables in that user. So let us go and start how to create a user in Oracle. So delete this one. So we are connected to super user. I mean like this is my connection, but the user is system user. So system user allows us to create user account. It is a admin user or super users. There we can create users. So command to create a user is, it is a simple English, like create. You can select create user. You can give username. So you can give dev user. You can give any user, any name, any name you can give. So create user, username identified by password. You can give any password like dev123. Okay, so this is the command to create a username in Oracle database. So terminate with a semicolon, and this is the green key, like button to execute the query. So click this one. So you can see the user, dev user created. So dev user is created in the Oracle database. So dev user is created, but we cannot connect to the database dev user. So we need few permissions or privileges. So we have to provide that privileges. So the command for connect is grant connect. I mean we are giving the grant connect to this user, dev user. So when you give this command, it will allow us to connect to the database, to this user. So you can see the command it's successfully executed. In the similar way, we have to give the other privileges also, like this user can select the query or can insert the record into the table, or update from the table, update to the table, or delete from the table. So we have to provide all the privileges also. So what happen now, suppose there are 3-4 developers are there, and if you want to give one person only select option, he can only see the records, and so we can give only the select option. And another user, he can see the records, he can insert into table, he can update into table. So we can create another user, and we can provide the privileges to that user. So how to provide that privileges? Grant, like if we want to give only select privileges to the dev, so we can give the grant select to dev user. So this user only select star from table, whatever the table he can only select. He cannot insert record, he cannot delete record, he cannot update, he cannot do anything. So this user only can see the records only. So now we are going to give this user as a super user. So what we are going to do, we are granting all privileges to this one. Grant all we are granting all privileges to this user. Grant all privileges to who? This user. So if you don't give, you get this kind of error, missing keyword. You see here, grant succeed. So now this user has everything. I mean, we granted connection to this user, we grant privileges to this user. So now we can create a new connection using this user. So we can give dev user connection. Okay, you can give any name. So what is the username here we have to provide? If you see that one, we created the user, dev user. You see dev user, and password is dev123, and keep everything as it is default. Click save. I mean, if you want to save password, if you don't want to write a password every time, so you can give save password, check mark the save password, and first try to test whether we are able to connect or not. So it is successful. So this user, we are connecting to the database using this one. So here you created username, identify with this password, and you grant the connection. So if we don't grant the connection, when you try to click test or connection, you will get the error. So you have to grant the connection, or sometime you have to give the session also. So just we are working on the dev database, so we don't need that one. So grant connection is okay for us, and grant all privileges to this user. We already provided everything like select, insert, delete, whatever we can do. So we have given all the privileges. So this user can, using this user we can create another user, because it's like a super user also. Same, when we grant all, it has all the privileges like super user. So save this one. So you can see that dev user, it's saved there. Click connect. Now you see here another tab, new tab, user, dev user connection, and before my connection it was connected to the system user. Now this is our custom user. Let's copy this. Let's see, select star from emp. So we are connected to the dev user. You can see here dev user. So we don't have anything. No? We don't have any emp table. This is a new user. But if you go here, this is a system user. So here if you give the same command emp, you will get the records, because this user has emp table, but this one does not have. So we have to create a table. So in the next session we'll see how to create a table, how to insert the data, how to select from the table. And we'll see that suppose if we create a table with the 4 columns like ID, first name, last name, address, age, and we want another column like person, like employee, we created for employee, so we need another column like salary. So we can update we can modify the table, or we can alter the table, and we can add one column also, extra column. So we'll go through everything in the next session. So in the next session we are going to create a table, how to create a table in the SQL database, Oracle database using SQL. So SQL, what we have learned so far, we learn what is SQL and what is database, and what are the importance of SQL. SQL is a database, the importance of the SQL is a database, and SQL it's a relational database that used for structure schema. So we'll go through that one, schema also. Schema means creating a user. So and this language is SQL is based on the SQL language. We can data is organized into table with rows and column and relationship between the table, and we define foreign key using the SQL query language. And this SQL is widely used in the different industries, including finance, healthcare, e-commerce, and more. So like SQL is very important. Still it is very important. If you know the SQL, you can create database, you can become a SQL developer, or you can for data analyst still you need SQL. For data scientist also you need SQL. You should know the fundamentals of SQL, how to query. Mostly it depends on query. It's querying. We will go through the advanced queries also in the SQL. So we need a SQL everywhere. So in the next session we are going to see how to create table. So far we learn how to install Oracle database, SQL developer, that is a client tool. This is SQL developer where we are executing command. We are connecting to the database, Oracle database behind the scene. We already have the Oracle install on our machine, so we are connecting to the Oracle database. So we saw that one. How to install Oracle database, SQL developer, and how to create users, and how to select from the table. So now I'm going to start another session. In that one we'll see how to create table. Thank you. Bye. So in previous chapter we learned how to create user, introduction of SQL and database, and now we are going to see how we can how to create a table in the Oracle database using SQL. So as you saw that here, so if you see this one, this is a select star from EMP. This is EMP is a table, and this table has columns like EMP number, EMP name, job. These are the columns, and these are the data. So we have to create the structure first. When we are creating the table means we are creating the structure like EMP, ename, job, manager, hire, date and salary, commission, data. department number. So we will create the same table in the dev user. Here we don't have like if you select start from emp, this is a table. So when we select and we execute it, you don't see any table. So we are going to create a table, emp table. So emp table like this. So for this table we need a column name like this one. This emp is a column name. Let's create a table. So create table and table name emp. We are giving emp. So this is the syntax for creating table, like create table name. I mean, before creating that real table, we will create a journal table. Create table name, any name you can give. Opening braces, closing. Inside that one you have to give the column name. Column 1, this is the column 1, like name of the column, and what is the data type. Similarly, column 2, data type. Column 3, data type. Okay, what is data type? So data type is specifies a particular type of data, like integer, character or string or floating point. So here if you go here, you see here integer or numbers. So here for this employee number, emp number, for this column we need integer data type or number. We can say number, or you can say floating or double. Like floating here, I mean if you come here in the salary, we need a like floating point, like someone has a salary of $5,000 0.25, something like that, decimal. I mean, so there we can use the floating point. Here we can use integer whole number. And here if you see emp name, here it's all characters, so we can give as a character. Here also character. Here numbers, we can use number or integer. Here we use the data type as a date. Here we use the data type as a number, and here also we can use integer. So every column, like the first column, like emp number, emp num, the column name we are giving emp num, and the data type we can give integer, and second column we can give the name of the person or something like that. First name would be like characters, so we can give the data type as a character, and second name, third column as a date of joining, if employee is joining. So what is the date of joining? Date of joining is a column, and data type is date and time. So this is the way to create a table. Create table name, column 1 data type, column 2 data type, column 3 data type. What are the data types we have for, what is the data type for the column 1, column 2 and column 3. So now we are going to create a emp table, like same like super user. Here emp number, emp name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission. So let's create a table. So first column is emp number, and this is an integer. We can give integer or number also. In the Oracle database we can use number. So number like 10.2. So what does it mean? There are total 10 characters of number, like 10 digits of number, and there is a decimal point, 2 decimal point after that. So we can use integer also. So we'll use integer because integer is a whole number. We don't have a like emp number, we should not give the decimal points. So this is a one column we created. Another we can create ename. What is the, we can give any name. So ename means employee name. Ename is a character, I mean name of the person. So like we cannot give as an integer, so we have to give the character. So in SQL we use varchar. And how many characters of name, like we can give some person has big name, so we can give 50 character. It depends on, I mean we can give 150. So here we are giving ename. Some places people give the first name, last name, so we are giving ename. So instead of 50 we can give 100, comma. Now we need the salary of the person, employee, so we can give salary as SALARY, or we can just give the short form like sal. So this is a column name, we can give any column name. So salary is a number, I mean we can give number of 10.2, like it's like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then decimal point 9 10, like total 10 numbers and there is a decimal. So total 10 number, total 1 to 10, and decimal of 2 digits, like 90, something like that. If you give 3 here, yeah, you can give the decimal point like here. Okay, so salary we are going to give 7-digit salary: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this one is okay, or we can give 8-digit salary. So remove this one. Now job, we can give the job. So what is the job of a employee? That is also varchar, cat varchar, like 40 character. Date of joining, that is a date. So now we are using only 3 columns, like 1 2 3 4 5 columns only. So this is the command to create a database. Deleting the space and just execute this one. So now you can see the EMP table is created. Now select here. Let's see. Before, when we are selecting, it is saying that there is no table or object does not exist, something like that. Now we'll see that one, what will happen. You see here there is an empty table without data. So table is created. Here we created the table. So what we did, so we have created a table. So let's see, I mean we can see the description of the table. So there is a command we can use, disk, DES, short form of description, EMP, and try to execute. You see here name and the type, like we created the EMP number, I mean it's converting to integer, and ename varchar 2, varchar 100, salary, and job and date of joining. So we can see the description using this command. So whatever the table, I mean we have created, we can check that what are the data types and what are the names of the column. We can check using that command, this DESC or description and the table name. In this table we have 5 columns: EMP number, ename, sal, job, and date of joining. So you see 5 columns, but we forgot to create, forgot to add commission in this table. So how to modify that one? I mean we have to modify, we have to alter the table. So there is a command to alter table. So alter table, and we have to add a column. with a data type. So we are going to alter the table now. So let's see how to alter the table. So there is a command to alter the table. So this is the command alter table. Which table you are going to alter, we can give the name of the table emp, and we are going to add a column commission. So commission, and we are going to add data type number. What we have given for the salary, we will give the same thing. Okay, so try to execute or alter table name. Let's see. So you see here, now table is altered. So now we will go and check the description of the table. Description emp, and here before we had only 5 columns. Now you see we have like 6 column. We added the commission. So this is the command how to alter a table. Suppose if you want to add, like in the ename, if you want to add extra characters like 110 or something like that, 110, so we can modify that one also. So here alter table name emp. Here we are modifying. What we are modifying? We are modifying the ename. So take that, copy that ename, or you can write ename and change the like varchar so table is altered. Here you see ename is 100, and we'll see now the changes. Now you can see the ename 110. So this is the command to alter an object. Object means you can alter table, you can alter views, you can alter sequence. There are so many other objects are there. So that is the command alter table name. If you want to alter a view, you can give alter view name, and then you can add column or whatever, or you can modify. So basically this is the alter command. So in the first command we altered employee table and add a column commission. Before we did not have that column commission, so we add a column, new column, using the add command, alter and add command. And second statement is we alter a table, the table name is emp. We modified the existing column, like before ename was 100 and we alter it to 110. So these are the alter commands. So we have to use when we want to modify something in the table or in the object. So that is the alter command. So next we are going to insert data into the table, emp table. Now we don't have any data. Like if you here we already have the select statement. When you want to execute a command, you have to place the cursor here or here in that line and just execute. So you see there is no data in this table, and make sure you have to terminate with the semicolon. Okay, so now we created a table. So we know that how to create table, how to alter table, how to add a column in the table, how to modify the column, existing column. So now we are going to insert data. So we are going to insert data in table. To insert data in any table, first we will see this table description so that we know exactly the names of the table. Why we are getting this problem error? Because here we have to terminate with the semicolon. I mean, this is not the SQL command, so you can comment it out, so it won't execute this command. So now place your cursor here and execute that command. So here you see the description EMP, and we know that what are the tables, what are the columns of the table. We need for the insert command. So we are going to insert data. It's a simple English. Insert into table. I mean, what is the table? Insert into the table EMP. So here you can give column names. Suppose if you want to enter the data for all the columns, you provide the column names like EMP, ename, salary, job. Okay, we are providing only four columns. These are the columns. Insert into EMP. What are the columns we are going to insert? EMP name, EMP number, EMP name, salary, job. What are we going to insert? Values. Values we are going to insert. So first column is EMP number, comma, and ename, spelling mistake, typo, there is a typo. So first column EMP number, we are providing the value 1001, and second column is like name. For anything other than number, you have to insert that particular value in single quotes. Like suppose we are giving John name John, so we are using the single quote. So wherever you have number, you can give directly like that, but wherever you have varchar or date, you have to provide that data or value in single quote. So EMP number 1001, EMP name John, salary is also number, so you can give like $100,000 per annum, 90 cents, and job is data developer. You can give a spell. Okay, so insert into EMP. What are the columns we are going to insert? So we provided the column names, and what are the values we have to give, what are the values we need. So this is a syntax, values, and what is the first column, you have to give that one. What is the second column, you have to give. What is the third column? Salary. Fourth, job. And fifth, there is no fifth column. So close this one, semicolon. So just make sure that everything is correct. Insert into EMP. These are the column names, and you see that one EMP number is number, so you don't have to give in the single quote. Ename is varchar, so varchar should be in the single quote, and salary is number, so we don't have to provide single quote. Similarly, job is varchar, so we have to provide in the single quote. Okay, so place the cursor there and click execute. So it is saying that the one row inserted. So we can check the row, what is the data. To check that data into table, we can give select star from table. So you see here, before we did not have any data, now we have data. So you see this, the first row we can see whatever we provided here, like 1001 John, 100k 0.90 cents, data developer as a job, and we did not provide. Here you see this one, we have provided only 4 columns, and we in the table we have 6 columns. So we did not provide the date of joining, we provided the, we did not provide the column. So this is the like command to insert into table. So we'll try to insert another row. So the same command, insert into, we can copy this same thing, insert into table, insert into table, table name. What is the table name? The same thing, we want to give the employee number different, and name we can give Bob, and his salary is 110. Manager. Another row inserted. So again we can select the, we can retrieve from the table. So to retrieve the data we need the select command. So you see 101, 102, another row added. So there are 2 rows, we'll add another one. Roger, we change his salary to content. Another row inserted. Let's check, retrieve the table. You see there are 3 rows. But did you see any problem here in the EMP number? Yes, there is a problem. Like EMP number should be unique, like anybody's SSN or Aadhaar card or anything, it should be unique. But here you have duplicate rows, like duplicate EMP number. So there is a problem in creating a table. So how to fix that problem? So for that one we have to modify the table again. So in this one I am going to show couple of more statements, more commands. So how to modify the table? So we are going to add a primary key. So let's write adding primary key. So we forgot to add a primary key. What is the use of the primary key? The primary key is the key that does not allow the duplicate values in this column. Like suppose if we already have 1002, if we try to insert 1002 again, it will not allow. It will give us some message, constraint violation or something like that. That message we get. So that's why we are providing the primary key. So the use of the primary key is it won't allow the duplicate, and as well as it won't allow null values like this null value. I mean, if you don't provide any value here, it will still complain that it should not be a null. So suppose employee name should have employee number, the person should have employee number, or a person should have SSN number if you're creating some detailed information of the person or employee. So he should have SSN also. So that primary key will take care of that one. If you're not providing, suppose somebody asks some data entry person to enter the data, so he forgot to enter the EMP number, so it should give some error that okay, you have to provide the EMP number. So now let's create the primary key on EMP table. So what we can do now, before, like when you're creating a table, that time only you have to provide primary key, but we forgot, so we can modify the table. So how to modify the table, I showed you before. Alter table name EMP, modify. So what column we have to modify? We have to modify EMP number. So make sure you are using the correct column, EMP number, EMP NO. And so you are not sure that how much what are the length we have given. No, we have given integer, no? So integer primary key. So this one we are commenting out, and here run this one. So here I'm trying to modify the table and adding primary key, but it is complaining that primary key violated, cannot validate primary key, attempt to validate primary key with a duplicate value or null values. So what happened now? I mean, if you see here, first see the error that remove the duplicates and null value before enabling the primary key. So you read this error. So attempt to validate a primary key with a duplicate values. So let's see in the table why it is complaining. It is saying that there is a row with the duplicate. So in order to enable the primary key, I have to remove, or I have to delete, or I have to update this value. Then we can enforce primary key. So either way you can, like you can modify, you can update this like EMP number with 1003, or you can delete the record itself, or yeah, you can do the two options, totally delete the record, or you can update the record. So now here we are coming to know how to delete a record. So here we are learning how to delete a record. So there are a couple of things you are going to learn here, how to delete a record, and we are doing some transaction management also here. So let's see. So we want to delete this particular record from this table, employee table. Delete from EMP. So what will happen if you delete like this? It will delete all the data, everything from the table. So by mistake somebody delete like this. So let's try. 3 row deleted. Okay, 3 rows deleted, you see. So this command deleted all the rows. Suppose if you have millions of rows, it will delete all the millions of employee records or rows. So let's see. You see, nothing is there. Everything is gone. So suppose a new developer joined the company and manager asked him to delete one record. He gave the record ID like 1002. So by mistake that new developer, he deleted this data, like everything is deleted. So how to recover that thing? So we can do like, we can use that transaction rollback. There is a command that we can roll back. It is like a similar to undo in like Windows. If we have done something, Control Z, undo. So we can do that rollback. So we are rolling back. So this command is come under data transaction management. So right now we are going to roll back it. So rollback completed. Let's see. You see all 3 rows. We got all the 3 rows. But we are trying to enable a primary key. So primary key is not, that statement, that this statement, where is that statement? This statement is not allowing us to enable the primary key because of this 1002 record, duplicate record. So we need to remove, we need to delete the record, or we need to update the record. We can update also. So we'll see how to update in database. We'll see that one also, or in the later session we will see that one, how to update data into table. So first we are going to delete this record. Any record we can delete. We can delete Bob record or George or Roger record. So I'm deleting this Roger record. So in order to delete a single row, you need to have some unique thing. Like here both are same, like EMP number both have 1002 1002. But the unique thing is here ename is Bob, Roger is, here ename is Roger. So we are deleting the Roger. So what we are going to do, we are giving another command, clause, where clause. We are using the where clause. Where, what is the column name? Ename. And what is the value in the column name you are going to delete? Roger. So it is case sensitive. If you see the name is in the caps, so you should provide in the caps. Roger. Okay. So now delete. So it says that one record is deleted. Let's see. One record is deleted. Still, if you have done some mistake, you can do the rollback, and you see again you get the row back, but we don't need. So we want to delete. So this is the delete command. Just we executed this command. So we are going to execute it, and then we want to delete completely. So delete that one, and you have to give a command. Once you delete, you want to save it. So once you save it, you cannot roll back. Like you have a Word document and you are typing something and you made a mistake, you Control Z. To correct that mistake, you press Control Z and it will undo your changes. Suppose if you corrected the mistake and you save that document and you close that document, and after that when you open, you cannot do Control Z. It won't affect. So in the similar way, you have to save it. How to save it? You have to save with the commit command. So when you commit it, it will commit that record. It will commit that whatever the above statement we have executed. It will commit that one. Commit means it will save, and you see this one, commit complete. Now you go here and you check, so there is a no record. And if you try to roll back, it is saying that rollback complete, but it won't affect. Let's see. You won't get the record back, Roger record back, because we have executed this commit. So this commit and rollback comes under the data transaction management. Okay. So far we have deleted from the table, and we see that if we have done some mistake in the table, if you have deleted by mistake something, then you can roll back. We saw that command. It will roll back the data. You get the data back. If you commit, it means you are saving the data, saving it. And after that, if you give the rollback command again, it won't affect. Okay. So why we are doing this? Because we were trying to alter the table. Where is the alter the table in order to add the primary key or enable the primary key. So now let's try to add the primary key. You see here table is altered. It's altered internally, and it won't allow duplicate value. You see nothing happened here, but internally it altered the structure, and it won't allow here a duplicate value. So where is the Roger? So we are going to insert the Roger. Same thing we are trying to insert with the 1002. What will happen? Let's see. Because we enable the primary key, it should not allow. Before it allowed you, so now it should not allow. You see, we are getting error. Unique constraint. So it's giving the username, whatever the username we created, and constraint name violated. So you see this one, it's saying that there is a constraint violation. So unique constraint. So you have to understand that there is some unique constraint. I mean, here you can see that dev user and sys some number C0010912. So while modifying here, we can give the constraint name also. So I forgot to give that one. So in the later when we are creating another table, we will provide the constraint name, so that we can easily see that we can give the EMP primary key, something like that. EMP, that is the table name, primary key. So here you can see, if we have provided, then we could have seen here primary EMP primary key, but we did not provide, so that's why we are getting the default message or system message, system name. So it is saying that the unique constraint. So what we have to do, we have to remove it, because we already have 102 for Bob. So we have to remove this one. We have to just give the another ID and try to insert. It will insert a record. You see one record inserted. So try to query the table, try to retrieve from the table. You see 100, 1001, 1002, 1003. So these are the three records with unique values. Why now we cannot insert the duplicate values. So there is a constraint on the column EMP number. So there are many other constraints. There are check constraint and foreign key and date constraint. So many things we can give the constraint. Like here we can give the constraint on the date of joining. So suppose company started in 1980. So nobody can join before the 1980. So that we can provide the constraint that if anybody is trying to insert a date, like before 1980, like somebody tried to insert a date like 1978, something like that. So it won't allow. So we can provide the constraint on the column check, that is the check constraint also, that is called check constraint. Okay, so we saw today, like in this session we saw how to insert into table, and like in this session we saw the alter table, how to add a column and all this thing, and we saw how to insert into table, how to delete from table, how to roll back if we deleted the data by mistake, if we can roll back, and how to save the data, and how to alter the table, and enabling the primary key, and what is the use of the primary key. So we are going to see how to update data in table. So update statement. Update data. So suppose a developer is working on a project, and manager ask him to developer that give him a commission for $500. So right now Roger does not have any commission. So how to do that one? Let's go and see how to do this one using the update command. So we can update the record. We are updating a one record. We can update multiple records also, but here we want to update Roger record. Okay, so we are going to give him a commission, not raising the salary, just giving him commission of $500. So there is a command update, like insert command, no? So this is the update command. So we saw that three commands, like select command, that is for retrieving data, delete command, and insert command. Now we are seeing update command. So update table, update emp, update table. We have to give the table name, set. Here we are setting the commission is equal to $500. Okay, so what if I give this command? It will update everything, all the rows with the $500, because we are not giving the where clause, where we have to give that particular person. We have to do either we can give the ename, or because sometimes the company has like 2 person with the same name, but the employee number is unique, so we have to use the unique number. So every table we should create a primary key, so that we should have a unique record. We can identify the record uniquely, identify it a unique record. So this is the unique column. This is the emp column that has unique values, emp number. So we are working on this one, this record. So what we are doing, updating the table emp and setting the commission 500 here, $500, where emp number is equal to 3, where emp number is equal to 3. Let's see. So you see that one, update emp, set commission, where emp number is 1003. So here you see there is a error, invalid table name. So why? Because I have given like a provided that update table emp. So we don't have to give that command like update table. We have to give table name, update table name, whatever the table name, set what are the columns. Here we are using only one column. If you are providing more than one column, like you can give comma, and if you want to change his like name also, so ename is equal to Roger is something like that, and you are providing the salary of 500. So it will affect both the columns. So before executing this command, I mean, let's see how. You see 1003 Roger, I mean 500. We updated that command using this command, update emp. This is the emp table, whole table. What we are doing, we are setting a value to this column, commission column, and just now we added this one also. So we are going to set the column name, ename. Instead of Roger, we are updating his name to Roger A. Okay, where this row, I mean where clause, where emp number is equal to 103. Okay, let's execute this one row updated and check. Select star from emp, whole table, I mean. You see his name is Roger A. Okay, 1003 Roger A, and this one. So we have updated the table, we have updated the data in the table. So suppose we want to update date also, so we can do the same thing. We are going to update the date to this record, like John. So update emp set date of join, dog is equal to today is joining. Suppose today is February 15th. So what you have to give for date command, you have to give in this syntax. I have already copied that one, to date. So there is a command to date, then you have to provide the date like year, month and day, and here you give the hour, 24 hours, and minutes and seconds. So this is the date format we are providing. Like sometimes some places they give the month first, some places they give the day first. So you can do you can change the format. Like if you want day first, you can write dd here, mm and year here, y. So this is the date format. So here you see this one. Here we have 4 digit of years, so that's why we are giving 2024, and month 2 digit 202, and day 2 digit 15, and date in 24 hours. So we are going to set date for let's okay. So what we are doing, we are updating the emp, setting the date of join. This is the format for John. So for that one, for that particular record, we have to provide a where clause, where emp number is equal to 1001. Okay, so it will affect only on this particular row. Otherwise, if you don't provide the where clause, it will update whole table with this date. So we have to be careful. We have to provide where clause. You can provide more where clause also, but we know that one emp number is a unique. Suppose if we don't have any unique number, unique thing, then we can give John. I mean, we can give like emp name is equal to John. We have to give in a single quote JOHN John. Suppose somebody I mean, like there are millions of records are there. So in company we have more than 2 Johns, more than 1 John. So we cannot give only John. We have to give something like another value, like John, and here the unique thing is nobody is data developer here. So and job is equal to data developer, and give the single quote, close with the single quote. So this is the command if you don't have the primary key. But when we have primary key, we can easily identify using the EMP number. Okay, so let's try. Let's see it's going to work or not, syntax is correct or not. So it's complaining something, invalid identifier. Check what is the problem. Update EMP set. We're getting the same error. Let's see what's happening there. Some syntax error. Do you see why we are getting the error? It is saying the invalid identifier. Syntax is correct, but the thing is that identifier. So here we are giving wrong column name. I mean in the table we don't have the just check what is the column name in the table. You see ename, but we have given here EMP name. So remove this one and try. You see it's updated. Let's check again. Select statement. You see here the 15 Feb. So it is showing only, I mean if you want to display that date and time, we have to provide the provide in the query like this. I mean we have to give that one. So but it added the time. Okay, so we have updated with the date and time, and we have provided the where clause, so that it is only affecting the person whose name is whose ename is John and whose job is data developer. So control will come and see this one when it trying to update the record. It will come and see that where clause ename, whose ename is John. Okay, John. Is there any email John? No. So there is one John, and it will see that the data developer. So it will come here and see that the job data developer. This is the record that has a data developer, and then it will update that one. Suppose if there is a two John here, third row also John. So it will come here and see that okay, there is John, and it will come and operator, it will come and see that okay, there is a data developer. So check that one. This John and this John, this John has accountant, so it will update this record only. Hope you understand this one. Now we are going to update one more record, John record, and we are raising his salary to 105. Now he's 100k. So we are going to raise his salary to 105k. So let's try. Update EMP, that is the table, and set what we are setting, salary. We are going to increase the salary. Sal is equal to 105. We are increasing to 105k dot 89 cents, something like that. To which, so we are updating EMP table. We are updating that table set value. We are setting the salary to 105. Before it was 100k. Now we want to increase it to 105. So which record we want to? which particular person. We want John. So we are using the unique key where EMP number is equal to 1001. So this is the number value. So we don't have to give in single quote. One row updated. So check with the select statement. Here we already have the select statement. You see here 105, it's updated to 105. Now we want to commit what are the transaction we have done so far. So we commit, and so it will be committed. It will commit everything. Whatever we have done previously, everything will be committed. So now we cannot roll back anything. If we roll back, it won't affect. You won't see any changes. So we saw how to update a column, how to update one column, how to update multiple column. Here we updated multiple column, commission column with 500 and ename with a Roger A, and we use the where command, and we are updated how to add the date. What is the syntax to add that date? What is the format of date? So we saw that the format of date and syntax of date. So whenever you want to insert any record in the data with the date, you have to use this one, to date. Then you have to provide the date, and you have to provide the format, in what format the date should be inserted. Okay. So we have updated the record using the update command. Okay, here we updated the date. It is in 24 hours, so we can give here 22 instead of 11. No, 11 o'clock is 11 p.m. is 23. So we can update like that also. So this is a time format, year, YYY, MMM, DDD, hours, 24 minutes, seconds. So 2024 February 15, 11 p.m. 2 minute 44 second, whatever date you can give. So this is a just sample date. Okay. We are going to see the basic SQL commands and basic and advanced SQL commands. So for that one we need we need to modify this table again. So I'm adding couple of columns to this table, like later on we'll divide this table into two tables, but for now I'm adding two more tables, like department name and location, to employee table. So we altered the table. See that one, we altered the table, added this one, and these two rows are added, two columns are added. So I'm going to insert some data, around 20 records, dummy data. So here I have a script ready to insert into EMP table. So this is the data I'm going to insert. So you can insert in bulk also. So this is another way of inserting table. Before we were inserting like this, no? Insert into EMP name and salary, this thing, and you can give multiple, like in this way also you can insert, or there is another way you can insert with this one. Insert all into, then you are providing everything here. no semicolon, and then here we are using select star from dual. Let's see how it is going to work. It's going to work or not. So select this whole SQL, click this one. So it is showing that 10 rows are inserted. Okay, put the cursor here. I mean, before I selected I selected all the queries and execute the query, and here you are keeping the cursor on the first record, first line, and it will insert till this end. You can do in this way, or you can select all and you can execute. So let's try with this one. So now we are inserting record from one. We have inserted till 13, and now we are going to insert 1014. So keep the cursor here, insert. So you see 10 records inserted. Let's see, total 23 I think. So select a star from EMP. You see we have, okay, 102. .103 is here. Okay, I mean, you see that 101, 102, 103, 105, 104. So it is not in an order. So if you want in order, you can give order by, what is the column name? EMP number. So you will see in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you are seeing 1001, 1002, 1005, 1003, 1004. Instead of that one, we want 1001, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order. So what we are giving, select star from EMP, order by EMP number. Now you see 1001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is in order. So this is one of the basic SQL command also. So we can sort by order. So how to give that one? This is the way to give that query. Select star from EMP, order by EMP number. I'm adding 10 more records, 5 for New York and 5 for Boston, department name Boston. So these are the statements. So the last statement I am going to comment it out. So I am placing the cursor here. So control will go from top to bottom up to here. So click this one. 5 row inserted up to here, and I'm placing cursor here. 5 more. Now remove this one and see the records. So we have total 33 records in our table. So we are going to see the basic and advanced SQL commands. So that's why you prepare the data for this one. So let's deep dive into it. So basic command, I mean, if you want to see everything from the table, all the columns from the table, you have to give the star from table, whatever the table name. So in our case, we have EMP table. So it will give you all the records of the table. Okay. So when we are giving a star, so it will give you all the columns name. So we have all these columns: EMP number, name, salary, job, DOG, commission, dname location. So we are getting all the columns. If you want selective columns, we can give like this. If you want to see only ename, so we give the ename from emp. Alright, we are selecting only ename. So when we are selecting a star, select a star from, so it's selecting all the rows from emp to location loc. So now we are selecting only ename, so it will select only, it will show this column. So you see this, we are seeing only the names. Similarly, we can select a emp number, comma ename, comma salary. Suppose if you have millions of rows, millions or billions of rows, so if we give the select star from emp and we don't need all the columns, then the query will run very slow. So in order to increase the performance, we can give the we can give the query like this: select ename, whatever the column we need, we can provide that one. It's the best way to give the column name instead of just giving the select star from emp. So select emp number, emp name, salary from emp, from that table. So this is the, you can add anything also. Job, if you want job, if you want to see job, you can give the job also. So you see this one, job. Now we'll see the aliases for the columns. Like here you see emp number, emp name, sal, job. So we can provide the aliases for that one, for those columns. So how to provide that one? We have to give the select statement. Select, suppose we want to show emp number as alias emp employee So how we are doing? Selecting emp as employee number, comma, and ename. So instead of ename, if you want to display employee name, so you can give the alias like this, as employee name from emp table. So these are the aliases. I mean, how to use the alias? We have to give the column name and as whatever column name you want to display. Select emp as emp number as employee number, comma, ename as from emp. What it is saying that from keyboard not found accepted from. So just remove. Let's see what's going on. Try to give like this. Why it's not working? Okay, let's try with the double quote. I think single quote does not work. Okay, so select emp number as employee number and ename as double quote employee name. So here you see this one, employee, here you see that employee number. You can see the same thing here. For ename, alias is employee name. So it is readable. So while creating a table, we have given ename, emp number, emp no, but while displaying, we can display like this using the alias for the columns. So this is about aliases. So we'll see order by clause. So how to use, I already showed that, but we will go again. Select, here we are using star, all columns, star from emp. So we want to see employee name in order, like ascending order or descending order. So descending order means from A to Z, ascending order means from Z to A, I think. So let's see. So order by emp, ename, not emp, ename. So here you see this one, John, Bob, Smith. So now it will go in order like A, B, C, D, something like that. So instead of star, we will give emp number, 2 columns only, ename. So here you see order by. When we selected, when we use the order by ename, so it is giving you in order. So just remove the order by and you see this one. Here you see Alexander, Amanda, A, B, C, D, like that. It will go all the way to Z. So we remove and see without order by clause. You see John, Bob. So with order by clause, you get in order, descending order. So by default it is in descending order, descending. Oh, descending means from bottom to top. Okay. Ascending order. Okay. Yeah, ascending order is the default one, and descending order, sorry for that mistake. So ascending order means from small to like lower to high, from A to Z, and descending order means opposite of it. So this is ascending order. If you want to see in descending order, you have to just provide the DSC. Okay. So we'll practice today aggregate functions. So there are 4 to 5 aggregate functions we'll work on: count, sum, average, min, max. So let's see what is count, how it works, and what is the definition of count. Count function return number of rows in the result set or in the table, and how many records are there in the table or number of rows, so based on the criteria. So we'll see in example. Let's see how to use the count. Select, I want to see all the records in the table, how many records are there in this table. So we can use count of star means all from emp. As we know, we know that there are 33 columns, but suppose if you have millions of columns, we cannot scroll like this, no? So we want to see how many columns are there in this. So here you can see the 33 columns. So this table has 33 columns, 33 records. So here you see the count of star. So I mean, here you can give aliases also, as double quote total records. So now it will replace with the total records. Const will replace with the total records. So we are using aliases. You see total records 33. So you are seeing the salaries. I want to see the salaries greater than or less than 5,000. If I want to see in this table salary less than how many employees they are getting the salary less than 5,000. So what I am doing, I'm selecting select star from instead of selecting all columns, I'm going to select a couple of columns only: employee number, EMP number, ename, salary, job from EMP. So you see this one. So I mean, if somebody said that, okay, let us know how many people, how many employees they are getting less than $5,000. So we cannot, we just don't want to go like, okay, this one is less than 5,000, this one is less than 5,000, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to count like that. Instead of that one, you can create a query where you can give salary less than or equal to 5,000. We will give 5,000, less than 5,000. So now you will see the salary, all salaries, all employees with the salary less than 5,000. So these are the employees, they are getting less than 5,000 salary, less than 5,000. So here you see, suppose if I don't want to see the detail, all the detail information about the employee table. Just I want to know that how many people are getting. I don't want to count. Suppose if there are millions of records, so I don't want to give this query. I don't want to show this query. I don't want to show this data. Instead of, I want to see only records. How many records? So how many people are getting? So we can give like a star, select star from sorry, you remove the job, select star, select count of star from EMP where salary less than 5,000. So we get the result is 10. So 10 employees getting less than 5,000 salary. See, so suppose somebody your manager or your CEO, he wants to see that, okay, how many people are getting salary less than 10, less than 5,000. So we just create this query and see that, okay, we are getting only 10 people, we are getting less than 5,000 salary. Okay, so he said that, okay, raise the he'll say that, okay, raise the salary to 10%. So we can give the update statement also, update set salary. You can give that like update set sal is equal to, here you can give the percentage of like 5% raise. So you give the star and the 5% raise. So you give the formula, and you have to use the like from table from EMP where sal less than 5,000. before increasing the salary, we want to see that salary like of 1% at least, so that we can see the effect. Okay. So Emily has 4,500. So we are updating the 5%, no? So 5% is like 1.05. So remember that MLE 107 salary has 4,500. After raising the salary to 5%. So this is the statement. What you're doing, you're updating. I mean, your manager came, he asked you to check this employees who is getting less than less than 5,000 salary, less than 5,000, and he said that okay, whoever is getting less than 5,000, raise the salary, raise 5%. So we have to write this statement: update set salary whatever the salary, like salary is 4,500 times 1.05 from this table where sal less than 5,000. Update TMP. Okay, this is a wrong statement. Update table, we are updating table. Update TMP set sal, where we are giving the condition where salary less than 5,000. So there are 10 records. I mean, we saw that we know that there are 10 records, no? So 10 records got updated with the 5% salary raise. Let's see here. MLE salary was 4,500. Now let's see here. You see 5% raise in MLE salary. So count is an aggregated function. So let's go to sum. Let's see. We want to see the sum of the salary. Sum means adding all the salaries. Sal from EMP. So sum is also an aggregated function. So this is the sum of the salary. Sum of total. I mean, this is a total salary. It is 46,191. No, it's a $461,912 dollars and 69 cents. That company giving every month salary this much, or every year. So some work with only numbers, not with the characters. Suppose if we give ename, we get error. Let me try. See, invalid number. So ename is not a number. You can give commission. Commission is a number. So company giving commission, total commission is $715. So let's talk about average. So let's see average salary from EMP. So average salary for this company is 13,997.35 up to like 35424242. So average salary means total salary divided by number of employees. Suppose if you want to see the minimum, who is getting the minimum salary in this table, so you can use select min function. This is also aggregate function, min sal from emp. What is the min sal? Minimum salary 4,200. So if you want to see who is the person getting this salary, so ename this is not going to work. So for this one we need a group by clause, group by ename. So you can see the minimum salary. So this is not the correct way of seeing the minimum salary. So remove this one. So this is the minimum salary. And who is getting the maximum salary? What is the maximum salary? I think some 110k or something like that. Yeah, this is 100. So this one is a max salary. So let me see, have we covered all those things? Count, sum, average, min, max. So yeah, we covered all the aggregate functions. So we cover all the aggregate functions. So what is the we want to see the name of the person who is getting the max salary. Here it is showing only max salary, but I want to see who is getting the max salary and who is getting the minimum salary. So how to write that query? So in order to write that query, we need a subquery or nested query. That is an advanced topic, but I want to show that one. So we want to see the name of the person. So ename from emp table, where salary is equal to, like we are getting this value, no? Like if we give, then we can see everything. So we are not sure what is the highest salary, maximum salary. So we use the same this query as a subquery. So you can put the subquery in the brackets, opening and close bracket. So what will happen now? First it will execute this query. When you execute this query, select this from here to here, and you see you get this number. So this whole query will be replaced by this number. So it will select ename from emp where salary is equal to this, 110k. So let's try. So Bob is getting 110k, and if you want to see the salary, you can put the salary also, sal column, to make sure that. So Bob is getting this salary. And if you want to see the same, like for minimum salary, just put min, same query, just change that function, min function, and execute. You will see who is getting the min. Jane Smith getting 4,200. So this is the query that is showing employee who is getting maximum salary and minimum salary using the nested query. So this is the nested query or subquery. Inside this one also you can give multiple subqueries also. Like again you do the same thing where sal is equal to something you can give greater than 5,000 something. So for first it will execute, okay, no, where salary is equal to, then again less than, then you give another select query, select whatever min sal, second min sal from emp. Let's see. Unexpected end of SQL command. Okay, this is the starting. You see this starting braces, we have to add one more. So this is the second minimum salary. There is no less than salary. So second minimum salary, second minimum sal. So these are the nested queries. When query inside the query, like this is a query, and then there is a where condition where salary is equal to, again we are putting the braces, and inside that one we are giving another query, inside that one we are giving another query. So how it will work? First it will execute this one, this query. So we get 4,200. So 4,000 salary less than 4,200, greater than, so greater than, so here it will check for the 4,200. It will replace this query with the 4,200, and then it execute again minimum salary, min salary from emp, where salary 4,200 greater than 4,200, then we get the second highest salary. So I don't want to confuse it, I don't want to go in the multiple nested query, just I want to show you the name of the person who is getting the maximum or minimum salary. So select min sal, min of sal from emp. Okay, so you get the this same result with the name. Okay, why I'm getting this error? Because I have to terminate this statement with the SQL with the semicolon. Jane Smith. So this is the nested query. I mean, there are so many advanced query you can write using this nested query. So this is the small example I'm showing you. We'll see the query using like operator. So when we are going to use the like operator, suppose if we want to see a person name start with A, so we want to see how many person, or we want to see that the person's name start with the A, so we that time we use the like operator, like select emp number, ename, comma, salary from emp, where we want to see the employee name starts with A. So here where ename like, you can give like this, start with A, and after that you can give whatever the alphabet is there. So you have to put it in a single code. See this one, select ENumber, EMP number, ename salary from EMP, where ename like A. So there are three employees whose names start with A. So you see this one. So similarly, if you want to see something, a letter, anywhere in the name, so you can give like this, before and after name, before and after word. So we can give this percentage sign and then put the A. So wrap with the percentage sign. So we got 5 records. The first record, Roger, A. Here A is present. Here A in the beginning. Here also we can see couple of A's here. Daniel also we have A. Anderson, here in the beginning A. Here also A. So let's see, if you want to see some one name start with C, not C, but C in anywhere in the name. You see Clark, Cooper, Christopher. So this is the like operator. We can use like operator. Suppose if you want to see the name ends with C, no name ends with C. Let's see A. So Roger ending with A. You see only one name. So ending with A, you have to provide this percentage sign before A. If you want to see the person's name start with A, you have to provide this sign after A. And if you want to see anywhere in the string or in the name, you have to provide this one. So this is for like operator. Similarly, we have in is different, in and or operator. Like this operator, we are going to see these operators also. And there is a between also. So we'll go through this one. We will see the in operator. We want to see the salary, or particularly what we can say, if you want to see a salary in $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, these three salary if you want to see, so you can give the query like this: select star from EMP where sal in, and you have to provide the salary. If person has exactly 5,000, then it will retrieve from the table 6,000, and let's give 9,000. Okay, salary is a number, so we don't have to give in a single quote. If no one has this salary, okay, so you can see the records like 5,000, John has 5,000, Michael has 6,000, William has 6,000, Ashley has 5,000, and no one has 9,000. So this is the, I mean, this is the in operator, where you can give whatever the number, whatever you want to see, you can see, like salary. It's like a salary is equal to 5,000, salary is equal to 6,000, salary is equal to 9,000. Instead of writing multiple queries, we can use the in operator. So in operator, we can provide that 5,000, 6,000, 9,000. Okay. Now we'll try OR operator. So we'll use the same salaries. Select star from emp, where sal is equal to 5,000 or sal is equal to 6,000 or sal is equal to 9,000. We get the same result. So instead of giving this big query, we can give in the short way, in operator, using the in operator. Let's see, we are getting this like 4 records. We should get the 4 records. You see that we are getting the same result using the OR operator. OR operator means it is checking the condition, salary is equal to 5,000. Okay, if it is there, get the result. Or if it is 6,000, still we can get the result. Or salary is equal to 9,000. It is or operator. So instead of using the OR, we can use in operator. Where we use the AND operator. Suppose I want to check the employee who's getting salary 5,000 and his job is equal to analyst. So you see here 5,000 salary. So what it will do, it will go here and it will check that the salary. So this condition is matching. Okay, and it's going to check that job. So job is manager, it is not matching, it won't retrieve this record. Then it will go here, it will check that one, salary is equal to 6,000, so it is not matching with the 5,000, and it will check and job is equal to analyst. So this one is also not matching because the salary is 6,000 and but he's analyst. Similarly, it will check this salary and job, check this salary. Here in this case it is matching salary but not the job. So and operator should match both the conditions. Salary should be 5,000 and job should be analyst, then only it will show the record. So if in this table, if you don't have this condition, like matching this condition, then it won't retrieve any record. See, it is not retrieving any record. So let's run this top one again, this query, run again. You see 5,000 managers, 6,000 analysts. So in order to get this record, we have to increase this select, then only it will work. You see this one. If we give 5,000, it won't work. So the difference between AND and OR operator, AND operator must satisfy both the conditions, like salary is equal to 5,000 and the job is equal to analyst. So let's see OR. what result we get. It will retrieve 2 records, more than 2 records. Why? Because it is going and checking that one salary is equal to 5,000. So it will see that, scan whole table and see that wherever the salary is for 5,000, it is taking out. Okay, so here 5,000. Okay, this is okay, and there is a or operator, so it will ignore that one. If any condition satisfied, it will take out the record. So in this case the salary is 5,000, so here it's showing that 5,000. Then next it will go here and it will check that salary is 5,000. No salary is not 5,000, or it is checking that job is equal to analyst. Okay, job is equal to analyst, so it is retrieving this record also. Similarly, it is checking the salary is 5,000. No, salary is not 5,000, and job is analyst. Okay, so you see the difference. I mean, in the or and operator, or operator, any condition satisfied, it will retrieve the record. In and operator, it has to satisfy both the condition, like salary should be 5,000 and job should be analyst, then only it will retrieve the record. So in this case we don't have that. Salary is 5,000 and the person who is analyst does not have the salary 5,000. So here you see this 6,000 and 4,900 and 5,100, 5,300. So it won't work. Okay, we'll try another way, like salary greater than 5,000 and job is analyst. Let's see. You see here, so it is satisfying both the condition. Salary is, in this case, in the first record, salary is greater than 5,000, that is 6,000, and job is analyst. In this case also, second row, greater than 5,000, 5,100, and analyst, 5,300 and analyst. It is greater than, salary greater than 5,000 and job is equal to analyst. So similarly we can try with less than. So only Daniel has less than 5,000 and analyst, job is analyst. Let's see if is equal to, less than or equal to. So there is no salary with 5,000 and the job analyst. That's why we are getting this record 4,935. So difference between the and operator and or operator. So these are the operator we have to use. I mean, we can use multiple places. We can use the in operator, or operator, and operator. And between operator is, like, suppose if you want to see the salary, employees whose salary between like 4,000 to 5,000. Let's start from where sal between like 4,000 and 5,000. So this is the between operator. It will retrieve the records between 4,000 and 5,000 salary. So you see this one, salary between 4,000 and 5,000. So you see this, it is 4,200 and 5,000. So similarly you can check with the date who joined between the, like, year 23 and 25. I mean, you can provide the date also. Here you can give the date DOJ and you have to provide the date, first date and second date, between this date to this date. So you can try this one, like between between 15 February 2024 to, or you can see that between 1st January 2023 to 15 February. So how many record you can get. So try that one. Let's see what is group by. Suppose we want to see the total number of employees in each department. So that time we can use the group by clause. So let's write the query. So we want to see the department. We will start writing the query. Select d name and number of employees in each department. So we are going to see the department name and the number of employees. So we can give the alias as number of employees from EMP table, group by, we are grouping by department name. So we are trying to find the number of employees in each department. So you can see that administration, I mean first department we did not give any name, so that's why it's showing the null. So you see the administration 2, consulting 2. So we can see that all the departments with the number of employees. So this is the query to retrieve the number of employees in each department. So why we are using the group by? Because we have this aggregated function. Whenever you have aggregated function like count or max, with that one we have any other column like other columns, not the aggregated function column. So that time we have to use group by dname. Suppose if you have another thing like job also, so this is not a aggregated function now, aggregated function column. So here you have to put comma job. So it won't retrieve proper result. So you can see that one administrator has coordinator, and so just I'm showing it is not a accurate result, but where you're going to use the group by. Group by means, I mean whenever you have a aggregated function in your query, and with that one you have columns, other columns, so you have to give the column name here, group by this column name. So but what we are looking in this query, we are looking number of employees in the department, each department. So for that one we need this query, like select department name, comma, count of all records in the table, and we are giving the alias number of employees from EMP table. This is the EMP table, group by this department name. So we can modify this query. Suppose we want to see the average salary also for each department, so we can give the another column like average sal. You can give aliases. So this is average salary. So here I give the aliases without any double quote. So here also, if you are using space, then only you have to give the double quote. If you are not giving the space, like average underscore salary, one word, then you can use without double quote also. So this is the query for average number of employees in each department with the average salary. We'll write another query. In that one we'll try to find the total salary expenses by department. So let's get started. So here we have to give the department name, column of the department, this is a D name, comma, sum of salary, total salary from EMP. Then you have to give group by department name.